Today I'm going to be showing off a movement tech that I haven't quite gone down yet, but it's one that has already been known, so I did not create this. I'm going to be showing off today that it is possible on console as well as PC. Today I'll be playing on console, but you can do the exact same steps that I do. And if this doesn't end up working out for you on PC, then I would recommend going and finding another video that may be out there. So this movement tech is going off another strategy which you may already know, which is crouch jumping. If you don't know how to crouch jump, it's incredibly simple. As you can see, all I'm doing is crouching before jumping around, and this will make no noise at all while you're jumping around. If you play Outlast, you need to learn this tech because it's incredibly important. There are so many times that you just could not get past stuff without using this. If you're new, you need to learn this, and if you've already been playing the game and you don't know this, you're probably not a good player. I'm going to go ahead and say that. So just to make sure you're doing things correctly, you should go to the settings like I am and go into just the general and go down to the noise indicator so you can see when you're making noise, and it will have the bars around the middle of your screen, around the center. There are also other settings you should be turning on if you're playing Outlast, and you can see when you are making noise and when you're not. In general, it's just a good thing to have on the screen, but to know that you're doing this tech correctly, it's also incredibly important to have this on the screen. So the goal here is to make no noise at all while you're moving, instead of the usual 2 bars of noise that jumping makes, as you can see there, when it's incorrectly done. But a half correct version will look like this when you do it correctly. Doing a sprint instead of just a crouch jump, you'll be going a lot further while also making no noise. So the timing for this is jump sprint. If you're doing that in a 1-2 thing, you're delaying the sprint slightly after. So for console, you're clicking down on the movement stick, and for PC, you'll be pressing shift right after jumping. So you're delaying the sprint a little bit after the jump. If you're pressing the inputs when I say the words, you'd be going jump sprint. So a little bit like a 1-2. Again, you're delaying sprint after the jump to get this correctly. The only reason this version is half correct is because I'm ending it standing up instead of crouching back down. If you do it correctly, you'll start crouching down again, and I'll show a correct version in a second, but I just like to demonstrate a version that is still acceptable, but still, if you get it correct, you'll end up crouching down again without you having to press the crouch button yourself. This is why it's important to have the noise indicator on, so you can check when it's done correctly, because it'll look the exact same like that is half correct, as to being wrong where just there. I made 2 bars of noise and it will look the exact same if you get it half correct and incorrect. So that's where the risk comes in performing this. If you do it incorrectly, you'll just be giving yourself away and making more noise. This is best used in the dark though, and it used to be a lot more powerful to just be crouch jumping. You'll lose a lot of stamina, just like I did there, losing all my stamina in the process of doing this. So use normal jump crouching sparingly, but this one when you really need to get out of a situation and you can afford to use the extra stamina that you might have. So when done correctly, the movement tech is going to look like this, where you're doing the jump sprint right after another, going into a crouch afterwards. And having toggle sprint on for this is very helpful, because after you've done it correctly, you can keep jumping around without having to press any more buttons. So you'll stay crouching and you can just keep pressing X or your jump button, whichever it be. And every following jump, as long as you have stamina, will be a sprint jump going from crouch, and every single one of these will be silent. You'll know because you'll go straight into a crouch right after doing the sprint jump. You can just keep going on from there using this. I'm really not good at getting this timing down, still figuring it out, and there might be a more consistent way of getting the timing down. If I find out, I'll let you know. But if you have any questions in the comments of how to perform this, please just go down there and let me know if there's anything on the timing that you might need to know, or the practicality, and just anything. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'd like to put out some more movement tech, so if you know any, let me know. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank you.